been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brennan Gaudin along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Confidence. These guys don't lack for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. It's been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin this Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. To Barkley on the check down. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Brown the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This will be caught by Brown. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Hurts sets up to throw it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. 3 points, probably not going to win this Super Bowl, but at least you get something on the opening drive.
And it's certainly not going to lose it. So the bottom line is, come away with the points now, come back and get greedy later, and try and put it in the end zone.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
43-yard line.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards he needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. first and 10. Here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Pacheco. We'll get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Eagles 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Oh, nice move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline.
Devontae Smith, 76 yards. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that 2nd play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later. into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 43-yard line.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 10-7 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Ariza to punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 36. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the 1st down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts punching it in from a yard away, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save?
Yes.
That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it. And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And some room to work. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Running left, it's Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
He's out of bounds at the 12.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Eagles first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. His guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now here's Mahomes. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And Juju's going to pick up the Chiefs' first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That's caught right side by Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Another Kansas City Chiefs first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now it's Mahomes again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So halftime.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That's complete, left side to Worthy. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We'll find Smith-Schuster again. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
Brings up third down and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Mahomes to throw once more. It's Kelsey on the ground. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Pacheco gives it up the gut. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Mahomes takes it himself, and he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now this time Mahomes will throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Jahad Campbell from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and a couple. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
2nd until his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This pass hauled in by Dotson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now, because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now, there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the 4th quarter. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Here's a give to Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Eagles are now set up with a 1st and goal.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Oh, no, lost the football. And it's picked up by the... And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the tension ratcheting quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They run the option here on 1st and 10. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Back to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are starting to pull away in the fourth quarter of this Super Bowl.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And there's just one quarter that remains in this edition of the biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Yeah, we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Quick throw there is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he gets this one just shy of 40 down at the 39. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's first and 10.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
They'll try again here, second and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Got him in, it's Brown.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive, but this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's first and 10. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he will take it out and for a Chiefs touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They had the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Bunker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chiefs 28.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Smith. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half.
Third and 5.
He'll drop to throw.
And he is caught. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis